Have you ever wondered what a mental illness looks like from a child's perspective when they become diagnosed and some of the things that are said around that diagnosis? So, too often, the adults that are surrounding their youth with a particular type of condition, rarely do they take into consideration what that child may be viewing or how their lens is distinguishing and defining what it is they're dealing with. So there's several common childhood diagnoses that I've come across in my experience. You probably heard of them. The most common one is ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Then there's anxiety conditions, usually related to stress, right, and worry. There's depression, again, related to stress and not being motivated, feeling overwhelmed with what may be going on in their life. And then there's also the disruptive impulse control disorders like ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. There's CD, which is conduct disorder, or IED, which is intermittent explosive disorder. And so these things present themselves in our child's life, but there may be some other things that may be going on that are not being considered, right? From the child's perspective, we may not really know what may be going on. So, hey, my name is Taharka Carl. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. I'm also certified as a trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapist. And so what I do in my role, I seek to empower parents and youth to refine the quality of their relationship so that they can increase their awareness, they can develop more effective communication, and they can also learn some things to better manage their stress and emotional well-being. And I do this in the effort to help them have greater peace of mind and so that they can enjoy intergenerational health. So now one of the things that I find is common with children and how they view what may be going on with them, they may see themselves as being crazy, or they may see themselves as being stupid, or some of them may even define themselves as being retarded. And one of the things is also that they see the condition that they may be dealing with as who they are as a person. So they see the condition and they get it confused with their identity. But a mental illness is a health condition as any other illness or health condition, which is, it can be dealt with, it can be addressed, it can be managed, but it doesn't mean who you are, right? It doesn't mean that there's no other option, there's no way out, and things will always be the way that they are. So you want to make sure that your child is being aware and being informed that this is a condition and we're addressing a condition, but they don't have to take it on as their personal identity. And then there's another thing that how they view it from their perspective. They're fulfilling a mission, right? It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy, where if a child believes, they actually achieve it. And so if they think that this condition is supposed to make me act in a particular type of way, then I'm going to act in that particular type of way. If this condition says when X happened, then I'm supposed to be responding like in a Y fashion, then that's how I'm going to respond, and I'm going to react to that situation based on how it's telling me I should be reacting to that situation. So we want to make sure that we eliminate the self-fulfilling prophecy concept so that the child doesn't necessarily start acting out in a particular type of way because the mental illness symptoms that's being defined are informing them that this is how they're supposed to act, and this is how they're supposed to think, and this is how they're supposed to function. And there's also the belief that there's nothing that could be done. So it's a fixed mindset towards whatever mental health condition they may be dealing with. And so the child thinks that there's nothing else that could be done. I'm on this medication, it'll be there forever. Even if there's a condition like other health conditions, right? That there's some health conditions that stay with us, throughout life, but there's also some medications, there's also some health practices that can be employed that will help reduce the symptomology of that particular condition and even help towards a healing practice. So we want to make sure that we're educating and informing the youth. We want to make sure that the parents are educated and informed, because oftentimes that the child doesn't even know what the condition is. They know they have a condition, they know they have to take medication, but they don't know what the condition is. They don't know what it means, right? And parents sometimes don't know what it means. And so we want to make sure that we're getting the right information and the right education surrounded around this mental illness so that we can be more prepared to manage and deal with the solution for this condition, right? Because we want to make sure that the children are joining us, actually joining us, right? If there's something going on, we want them to participate in that healing process. And so you want to make sure that you're having a conversation. You're not just solely allowing the child to develop a concept of what mental illness may be, what they may be dealing with. You want to make sure that they're informed, and you want to hear their feedback about what it means from their perspective. So if you're interested, you want to learn more, you want to engage this conversation a little further, I highly encourage you join the Next Gen Parenting Group, where you have an opportunity to join with other parents, other adults who are responsible, whether they're teacher, whether they're grandparents, there's aunts, there's uncles, whatever the case may be. Join the village, because it's going to take a village to address this issue. It takes a village to raise a child, and you want to be a part of that process. So join the Next Gen Parenting Group, and I look forward to seeing you in that room.